don't do
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir.
Please, for the love of God.
You won't let me be me. Let me be great. Let
No.
me be great.
I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, the girl fantastic AKA.
L Boogie, the beginning and the end.
He hates what I do.
Ah!
I don't know why. It's not. It's armpit. Ba 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 ba. I wish I could make it clap. Make it clap. Cut 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 cut.
Anyway, happy Friday.
Whoa. 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 It's okay. It's fine.
Because that's how long it's going to take the editing. No, and
Whatever. It's someday. And whatever. No, not
whatever
Sunday.
day it is
Whatever. It's a day.
that brightens your day.
There you go. Whatever day you want to manifest it to be. That's when you receive it. So anyhow, how was your weekend last week?
Like any other weekend.
Like any other
Horrible.
weekend, Pinky, trying to take over the world.
Listen, no, there's no such thing as the weekend for me. Every day is a drama. It's a story. So
Oh yeah. Well, you get drama.
not drama, but
Well,
you
yeah.
know,
I mean, you mean
nothing
you got
special.
do stuff. You know, I don't really do much of that. You know, my niece dead in town, so you know, me and her can't like link. I wanted to take her to see the Barbie. We were supposed to go dressed up in pink and go watch the movie Barbie. Hey.
Okay, so what happened?
Well, her dad's in town, so you know she's spending quality time with her father. So I'm letting her live her best life. Even though it's funny, I was giving her all these suggestions like, oh, you should do this. Tell your dad about this. Well, I'd rather do that with you, Auntie.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like, oh,
sweet.
that's so sweet. And my babies love me. I know.
I don't know why, but
Cause I'm awesome sauce.
okay.
I'm awesome sauce. Actually, the 20, I think it was the 23rd. I think it was either Saturday or Sunday. It was Happy Auntie's Day. You know, I'm a proud auntie of 3. I have 2 beautiful nieces and a nephew. My nephew, he is such a sweet pea. And
Mm-hmm.
they are all, I love them in all different ways. But I love them all the same. I don't pick favorites. They're all special to me. All of them.
Every aunt says that. No, but I understand.
No, it's just like I bond with them in different ways. You know, me and Jordan, you know, like I say, Jordan got me on the TikToky, baby. You know, we moving on up. We get almost at that million mark.
Mm-hmm.
We almost at that million. I got a couple videos going viral. I'm a little pissed because I ain't getting paid. But, you know, I'm happy that it makes everyone else happy. It's always the ones I don't put effort in that goes crazy viral.
That's what social media is about. It's all about the flow of the water.
Like right now, I have one where it's like, who's your Disney twin? That's going viral. Over 600,000 views so far. And of course, it landed on Winnie the Pooh. And people just find that hilarious for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah.
I wonder who my Disney twin would
You
be.
should do it. You should do it
No,
with
because
Filter.
I'll get mad.
You'll probably get the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Sorry.
You want me to? You know what?
What?
No.
What? What you,
No,
what you was about
no,
to say?
no.
What you about to say?
No, no,
You
no,
can
no.
say
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
No, okay. I'll be the beast.
You can do them filters. They're fun.
The beast came up with the princess. So now.
Yeah, he got Belle at the end, but he was a douchebag at the beginning. Remember? That's why he became a beast. You know, because he thought.
Then let him starve. Then
He thought he was the shit.
he was the shit.
He didn't want ugly people around him or poor people around him.
That's right.
And that's why
I am the beast.
witch came and cursed him.
I am
And
the
when
beast.
Belle came, he was so like, oh, I'm never going to find love. and then he tried to sabotage it so many times.
Alright, you
But-
ain't got to tell the story.
Well, I mean, it is a dark version. Yeah, but you know, every fairy tale has a dark version. Everyone.
On what?
Oh my god!
And he love her.
Oh wow!
Anyway.
That's not dark, okay? But okay. Anywho, yeah. So week is over. You know, I'm officially out of my home this week. All the beautiful, beautiful memories I have.
Yes, we're leaving this rehabilitation center that she's staying at now, and she'll be moving into another center.
I just be moving somewhere else, and where I won't be 100% comfy, but I will be okay.
You don't want to
and
drop
grateful.
the Eddie, and just in case.
Why would I drop the
I'm
Eddie?
just saying.
Yeah, I don't need no one pop. And if they did, I would be like my grandma do out the window.
I don't want no.
That's not her. That's not me. I don't even know why you bringing that up.
Bringing what up?
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, you just won't let that die. I don't know why.
It's been dead.
But you bring it up a lot. I don't know. You like to trigger me or something?
No. That won't. Your therapist in the room at 6B will be knocking on the door if I start to trigger you. I don't want your therapist busting in here.
Whatever. Anywho, so you did send me a video this week.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about a girl.
About these sorry ass
No, we're not doing
itches out here.
You know, you're bitter, and you need to work on that.
Why, I'm not bitter.
You are.
I don't have them problems.
You are. A lot of you men out here are bitter.
No.
Yeah,
You talking about bitter?
I'm not bitter.
Oh my God, your middle name is Vinegar. What the fuck are you talking
Nah,
about?
I'm not bitter.
You not bitter?
No.
Why your arms crossed?
Uh,
There you go. It says it all.
I was resting my
Yeah,
arm. I was resting it. And I'm
Folks,
not mad.
No, it's a difference between being mad and bitter.
Okay,
I'm not bitter. I just like
I
the.
don't know.
I just don't like what I see out here today. I'm
You
sorry.
sent me a lot of videos of women hating.
Yes, cause
A lot.
right.
Oh my God, another one. Oh my God.
That's right. Cause some of these chicks out here today give the men the hard way to go. So anyway, go ahead and describe the one I sent
Okay,
you.
so the one you sent me was a lady who went to, I guess she went to this guy's house for a second date, and she was expecting to go out to dinner on this date, but he cooked for her, so she was disrespectful. I will admit she was disrespectful. She didn't have to be disrespectful that way. Now, we don't know the whole backstory of the situation, you know, like if it was already talked about her coming to the house and him cooking, because I mean she already thought she was going out to eat. She was like, I came to go out to eat, or what restaurant she said she wanted to go to?
Capital Grill. Yes, it's not even a very expensive place. But yes, she sat there with the fork ready to eat and it wasn't like he cooked her spaghetti or a cup of noodles. He made steak, mashed potatoes, a vegetable. I mean, he made her a meal.
He made her a meal.
And she was sitting there being bougie, being disrespectful. Talking about this is a I don't know if she said second date, like you said. But she's like, I was expecting to go out to eat and this, that, and the other. And if I knew I wasn't going out to eat, I wouldn't have came here. And, you know, she had her hands on her hips, kind of like you right now.
Did she? 'Cause I swear
No,
her
I just
hands
felt,
was-
I would.
Can I prop my hand? Jesus Christ.
No, that's a sense.
My back is kind of hurting right now. You know, I'm moving stuff, and I ain't got a
These are
man.
the excuses.
I don't have a man to help me
Who
move.
fault is that?
I don't know. So I had to pack things. I had to take my mirror off the wall. You know, I just changed my light bulbs out. You know, from my color.
Okay. Anyhow,
Yeah.
she was very disrespectful, and I felt like, what's the purpose? The man, actually, he saved some money. He might have been able to do something even special for her. And then the price of food today, the steak potatoes,
Yeah.
asparagus, I think it was. Listen, she should have been grateful.
I don't really think the video was real.
It was real.
I think
You think a woman?
some
You think a
people make
woman?
them scenarios up. Couples make them scenarios up to put content out there to get people to talk. So I mean,
Yeah, but her energy was real.
well, acting now, acting. We act all the time on here.
Yeah, cause I can't.
I mean, I can
Right.
show you how I would have handled it if I would have.
How would you have handled? You
Okay,
done,
so like,
you done ate that and then said, "Let's go out for dessert."
knock knock. You let me in, ding dong.
Ding dong. Anyway, come in.
Hey, how you doing? Oh wow, I love your decor.
Man, sit down and eat.
Oh, I must be in the wrong apartment. You got a lot of nerve. I'm trying to be. I like your decor.
Hold on. Man, sit down and eat.
Really,
No, hey, listen, instead of going out, I made us a nice meal, this, that, and the other. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. What did you make?
Doesn't matter. Look, I made hell down.
Why
and
are
eat.
you getting hostile? See?
You don't be, you questioning. You should be grateful. That's what I'm saying.
No, wait, no. If this was the
I
second,
know you're
no,
not a
if this-
vegan or
if this
anything.
wasn't- I'm not a vegan. But if it was the second day, I'd be like, well, I thought we had.
You always
plans to
talk
go
about
out.
eating meat.
Wow, I can't.
I see your content. You always talk about eating meat. Popsicles, bananas, whatever. Sit down and eat.
I thought we had a discussion about. I thought we were going out.
Yeah, but I, as a man, I made a decision financially. I wanted to show you I can get in the kitchen and burn, throw down, this, that, and the other. So I made you a nice meal. I want you to see. Give you your
Wow,
opinion.
I love your presentation.
Right.
Did you go to chef school, sir?
No, I was raised by a mother that showed me how to cook.
Oh, okay. Well, I could go down too. You know, one day I gotta cook for you.
You should have been done that shit. I done took you out on 6 dates.
Now, see, this is where we have the problem. If it was a second date, I don't think you should be coming to nobody's house on the second date. I really don't. I think y'all should at least go out maybe 3, maybe 4 dates before you do
We
in-house
might have been
action.
talking online for months. We
Whether
might-
you talking
we might
online,
have
but
been-
you still gotta feel the person out face to face. Anybody can act anyway online, but once you face to face, you gotta.
So we're
be
going Dutch the
comfortable
second
enough-
date?
No, I mean that's the whole point of dating. If you're gonna date, you should be able to.
That was back in the
financially
day.
pay for- oh, really?
That was back in the day. So let me just say how I feel.
Let me take my hand out my head because you.
Yeah,
think
cause I
I'm just-
seen your energy. You knew I was going to say something about that. You knew I was going to say something about. No, I'm not saying that it should be Dutch, but that's how you end up at the Heartbreak Hotel. Oh, anyway, so what I think that you should leave it up to the man. He shouldn't always feel obligated to always pay for all the dates. You
You
know what I
don't
mean?
have to pay for all the dates.
So watch this. How many should he pay
I
before you
feel like-
offer?
I think by
Cause you ain't offering nothing
No,
else.
no, I'm not.
So
No, I feel
so
like by the 5th date, you know, she should pay for it. The 5th date, because you may not even go consistently on a date every week or every 2. You may not see this person every 2 weeks. They may travel for work. They maybe got kids. You don't know what situation anybody in.
so when do we get to the 5th date and you decide, I really don't like this guy. I just put in 5 dates for what?
But then that should not. I don't know why people do that shit, but people do it. I'm not saying they don't.
You just gave it a number.
I'm saying 5th date before coming to someone's home to cook for them.
So how I know if it's worth even taking you out and this, that, and the other, and you can't cook?
I mean, a lot of men don't date women for their cooking.
Oh, listen. Okay, now you just open the window for another. Listen, a man. Let me just tell you about men. So most men and boys, before they become, we fall in love with our mother's cooking. Yeah, you can turn Michael down a little bit. So we fall in love with our mother's cooking. You ask any guy, maybe some guys that be like, my mom can't make shit. I know one in particular. But anyway,
Hell,
Most guys,
that's me.
anyway. What do you mean it's mean?
I mean, talk about my mom cooking.
Give a fuck. Anyway, he's talking about his mom cooking.
Yeah, but you snitching on
I don't care. What's up? Anyway, what I'm saying is, and if he took it personal, then it must be true. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that's every guy is in love with his mom's cooking. His mom's potato salad, his mom, whatever. So if I'm dating a woman, of course I want a woman that can cook. I want a woman that can get in the kitchen and burn. I want a woman that know how to do more than push 20 minutes on the
air fryer.
air fryer or pressure cooker.
Okay.
So I mean, if you can't cook, then what we going together? We're going to be eating out of brown bags every
Well, I mean,
night?
I'm sure she would want to show her skills to him. That's why maybe the fifth date she'll be like, well, come
Should
to my
let it
place.
go.
Come to my place and I'll make you dinner.
Right. Then I go to your place and eat dinner, and that shit is ass, and I'm like,
Well, then you know you're not for that person. Then.
yeah, but I
But
don't
I mean,
waste
it's called,
days.
yes, but that's what dating is. It's called dating for a reason, am I right?
I ain't
You're
been
not gonna
dating
meet the
since
person of your dreams on the first fucking date. Like, oh, this is it. It's the one now, you know. I'm going for it. No.
I haven't been on a date since the 80s. I'm only the tender age
dating
of
nowadays is
42.
different now anyway. Of course, everybody has to have multiples now. You can't just be dating one person, getting to know that person. You know, everybody wants options. So, you know, I'm not a serial dater. Never really been. It's not easy for me because I'm not trying to mix motherfuckers up. You know, like, can you go to such and such school? Like, nah. I'm like, oh shit, that was another boy. Like, you know, I ain't trying to like get to that situation. But I just feel like that for a second date, and that's just my opinion.
You do it?
It's just one hand on the hip.
Go ahead.
I'm confident, whatever. You know, second date, I feel like no. It shouldn't be a home cooked meal because you don't know the guy yet. You don't even if you met him in public. Guys are weird. You can go out on a date with a guy 3-4 times, and then you don't find out the real truth on what kind of person he is until after that. So you know you just gotta protect yourself because you got some dudes that you know you could be making out, you know, and then he get a little too rough, and you be like, hold up, stop, you know, like you take it too far. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I was watching this show yesterday, and
This sounds like experience, but
no,
continue.
I never had that experience. Don't do one. Nah, we don't play that weird. But no, I was watching the show yesterday, and she went on a guy 3 dates. They went on 3 dates, and they was at a bar, like talking. They had a couple of drinks. They went back to his hotel room and whatever, and they were like making out. She was gonna hook up with him, but he was like, getting a little too aggressive because he grabbed her throat and he smacked her, and she was like, "What the fuck?" And then she was like, okay, you need to stop. And he was like, he kept calling her like a slut and a whore and shit like that. And then she was just like, okay, get off of me. She had to kick him in the nuts and leave the room. And he's like, you're a fucking tease. I took you, you know, like, and you know, dudes be her assholes like that. What?
This sounds like so. This sounds so like, you know. Never mind.
I was in one situation when not
You got hot.
like
You
that.
probably got hot and bothered watching that,
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
up to the choke
I
part.
don't like forced shit. Like, especially if I have to be comfortable with you for you to do anything. You can't just let anybody come up in and choke you, my boy. Like, who do that? You know, just like when men, some real men out here not gonna sit
Here we go with the real men.
No, real men out
There's
here
no
not
such
just
thing
gonna
as a
fuck
fake man.
chick just to say, hey, you wanna fuck? You're not gonna. You be like, I don't really know you. Like, you know, I can't just be like doing it. Like, you're not.
That
Gonna,
man is not getting it. Why wouldn't he?
But I'm saying a real man, you're not going to jeopardize your. You don't know where this
You
woman
don't got
been.
nobody.
You don't know where
Why
this
you
woman
think
been.
prostitutes
You
exist?
have to. Oh, that's different if it's a prostitute. If you want to take that risk, that's different. But if you like an Uber driver and then she gets in the back seat and she just start like contact, and then you really gonna do that if you're a romance? And I'm not talking about if you're in a relationship. You're a single man, but you may have had any while, but you don't know this chick from a can of paint. You don't know what she got. You don't know where she
Unfortunately,
just was at.
when you are younger men, we roll the dice like that.
We
It's
do.
hormonal. It's more hormonal. Sometimes to take control of your mind. And that's not an excuse. That's just a fact. Sometimes men hormonally will roll the dice and not think of the repercussions. And unfortunately, sometimes the repercussions will be like long lasting, and it's a regretful thing at times. But I mean, that's just a part of life.
Of course. I mean, I've been in a situation one time where I'm not gonna say he forced me, but I was really intoxicated, and we didn't do anything. I ended up like telling him to get the fuck off me, and I went and go sat on the living room waiting for my friend to finish with her little friend and whatever. Well, I banged on the door. I was being a cop. Like, boom, 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 I'm ready to fucking go. I was ready to go because I'm like, I told him no, and when you say no, and he's like, come on, I'm like, just because I'm laying on your bed right now, and you're on top of me, and I'm saying no because I'm intoxicated.
How did they get that far and you say no?
The thing is, I met him through her for one. Went to a bar. They was buying us like shots. They were her friends from school or whatever. Buying shots. We were literally pissy drunk, walking to the car.
Mm-hmm.
And now mind you, these were African dudes. So I drove with one of his friends, and he drove with her. So he was driving mad fucking fast too, and I was like, yo, this is not right. The music loud, the bass was crazy. I was just like, yeah. My heart was like going to the beat. Boom, 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 boom. It was crazy. Went back to their place. We were sitting there watching a movie, and then my friend was like, now mind you, she was a lesbian. But she wanted dick for the first time. She was like, I think I want to try dick. So everybody she picked the African. So now we playing like strip, some card game or whatever, and everything. People taking stuff off. Of course they kept losing because whatever.
Now listen, can I pause the story
What?
right there?
What?
Now listen, when you start playing games like that, strip Uno or card games and things like that, like what direction? Your hands on your hips. But what direction do you think it was going to go?
Well, it wasn't my intentions to be
Did
fucking
you play?
his friend. I was playing, but I
So what did you thought
didn't
was
take
gonna
anything
happen?
off. And I was taking anything off, I was taking like a sock. Or I wasn't taking no shirt off or nothing like that. I was sitting there my plan was not to be fucking that night. She asked me to go with her on a last minute tip because her other friend backed out, and I was like being her wing woman or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So when they decided to go to the store to get condoms or whatever, I don't know why you didn't have that already. It was weird. I was on a couch with him talking, and we was watching a movie, and he was just trying like sweet talk me and all that stuff. I'm like, and then he got me another drink, and this and that. They came back and they went in the room, and I was like, and I was just shocked. Like, I can't believe she's really doing this. I was like, wow, I cannot believe this. I cannot. This is crazy. I was just really like.
So
shocked.
who had clothes on and who didn't?
Like,
Because how's the card game? Like, I want the real
No,
story.
he had no shirt on.
Uh-huh.
But he had his pants. He saw his pants.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my stuff on.
Mm-hmm.
And we were sitting there, we were just talking. And then, I don't know, then I'm drunk now. And then he's like saying stuff in my ear. And I'm just like, he wanted to show me something in his room. Typical, bullshit. So I was like, alright, what you want to show me? So then we go in his room. He showed me what he wants to show me. He had a collection of some bullshit. And then he started doing that, touching up on you, kissing you.
Get over here, girl.
I really wasn't interested.
Get over here, shorty.
Next thing you know, I'm kind of laid on the bed.
Next thing you know.
Yeah, I'm laid on the bed. But I know I'm intoxicated because the fact is I'm trying to be like, no, and I'm kind of weak, and I'm way bigger than him because he was like a buck something, like he was African bull, like looked like he was out in the jungle fighting. Yeah, and I'm sitting there like no, and he just was like, oh come on, you're being a tease.
Mm-hmm.
Why you putting a point in?
No, I'm just saying.
I don't have a clip of this shit.
A tease.
I remember going to but he's like, you're being a tease. I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, you wanted to show me your posters and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get off.
Stop.
I
We
pushed
started
him.
out playing the game of taking clothes off. We drinking. I
Yeah.
offer you to come to the bedroom.
You wanted to show me something.
'Cause what am I going to show you in my bedroom?
He had a collection of, I forget what it was. It was something he had in there.
Dildos.
It wasn't bad. I don't know. I think it was like, he had like Pokemon collectors or something. Like, you know.
Girls don't care about
I really
none
don't,
of
but
that
he
stuff.
wanted to show me. At that time,
Okay.
actually, I was into like Pikachu. I was into that's the only one I was like into, you know. But that was it, you know. But I didn't watch it consistently. I wasn't on that.
All
But
right.
point blank
Anyway.
period, I pushed him off, and I got up and banged on the door, and I heard the baby going eek 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 eek, and I was like, "Yo, I'm ready to go."
Cock blocking.
And then she was like, okay." And then
Her first time, and then you cock blocked.
I wasn't trying to cover her. His friend was like being a dick because even when I went back in the living room and was on the couch waiting for her, he said he came in there like mad as fuck because he wasn't getting no ass. And then I was just like, you know, I tell her I'll be outside by the car. And then I went outside. She coming out fumbling, putting her pants.
I'd have left you out there for
And
an
it's
hour.
funny, we argued on the way home, and it wasn't like she wasn't arguing the fact that I was.
So you
cock-blocking
wasn't a
her.
good wing person.
I told her what he did, and she was like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yo, you know, we was drinking. It was buying drinks crazy like that at the bar."
All right, so I'm gonna pause this right now. So, a dude is out there buying you drinks. We're at the bar, this, that, and the other. The minute you make that commitment to come back to the crib, you know what it's hitting for.
I didn't
You
know.
really
no,
thought you
I
was coming
wasn't.
back to play cards?
I was being her wing person.
I get that.
And it was never on the plate of me having to fuck
Slow
anybody.
down, slow down, shorty. Nobody said you was marketing your stuff.
No, but I'm
But
saying
when
it
you
was-
agreed, when you started playing the card game, you opened up the window,
we were
making.
just chilling.
Oh my God.
She had intentions to have sex tonight, not me.
So did you make that clear?
I did not make it clear, but I did not
Okay.
make it seem like I was interested in.
But you did
Because
make
even
it
when we
clear.
was on the couch, we was on separate ends. It wasn't like I was all up on him. He kept coming up closer to me, and then I'd be like, I had to being nice. But when he said he wanted to show me his collection, I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. The door was open. It wasn't like it was shut or anything like
It was
that.
his house.
It was an apartment.
Right.
Yeah, so, and they was in the room first, and we went to the back to
Fine.
his room. But I told him no, and when your woman says no, it means no. She's not just saying no. it's
Listen,
fine."
ladies, let me just go and say this. Listen, you have to make it clear. Hands on your head.
Oh my God.
And
bro.
you ladies, you gotta make it clear that if you're not into doing what's going on, you gotta make that clear. You don't wait till a man got his shirt off and he on you, and now you're saying no. I mean, that's the story that I just
He
gathered
was
from what
playing. We were playing like strip, whatever.
y'all were playing you
drinking
showed your
shots.
Pokemon.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
did he
had
end
his
up
shirt
on
off.
you? Right.
He came up from behind me because I was looking at his trinkets, and then he sat there and was like, all of them. He's like, you know, moving my hair like you're so beautiful, and this and that. And I'm like, okay, like no, I will be honest.
Here we go.
No, I will be honest. I was pissed that night. I was.
Why?
No, I was pissed because I didn't want to fuck him.
All right, well then that's all I'm saying.
But
you did?
2 weeks later, I did.
Whore.
No, he called to apologize.
Apologize and got the panties. See,
He called. No, it was
he apologized and got
at
the
that time, I did want to
panties.
fuck. I was
Oh
like,
my
he took me out,
God.
and he brought me flowers, and then I was like, fine, we can do it. And it was trash.
The
It was
moral of
trash.
the
I never
story
heard-
is,
I
brothers,
never,
just wait.
I never called him
Just
again.
wait.
I never called him again
Well, he-
because I was like,
Yeah, but you added to the body count. For what?
listen, I didn't care about that back then. I was in my 20s. I was like, you know what? Nobody cares about their body count in their 20s. You're trying to gather up experience.
Is that what you call it now?
Yeah,
Experience?
yeah.
Okay.
I've been in the game since 17.
So, wow. So let's just say at 17, at least 3 a year, 3 times. Anyway,
Listen, I'm not ashamed of my little roster or my little list. Like some people are, like I'm not a hoe bag. Nobody I know can sit and say, yo, I fucked her. I don't know many dudes.
Nobody
that know
you
each
know
other.
can say that.
No dudes I know they can say I fucked any of their friends or anything like that. I don't fuck around in that kind of clique. I don't do that.
I thought you was gonna say nobody you know can say they hit that.
I mean, if I did, I've done some fucked up shit. I fucked with one of my brother's friends one time. That was a mistake. It was like, and I had to learn that one the hard way because my dumb ass sat there hooked him up and thinking I was gonna get a hookup later, and that was never gonna happen. So that was a lesson. Like, okay, I get you. And then he talked shit about me too, like actually seemed like I was on his dick. No, but you've been pressing me since you was coming, all this time you was coming around. Like you be flirting, I'm just like, you my brother friend, like we don't do that. And then all you did is that one time when I'm sitting there eating dinner and you sat there and whipped your meat out on the table, and I was like, oh shit, damn.
You've been a carnivore ever since.
Shut the fuck up, Al. Nobody no fucking carnivore.
You have been a carnivore ever since.
No, he pursued me.
What did that got to do with the price of tea in China?
He was trying to sneak in my room when my brother went around. And I'm like,
he got in there eventually, so shut the fuck up.
No, man, you just got a chewy for me. That's all. It was hanging on.
Yo, why you? Oh my god.
Hanging on his feet. He got a chewy.
You are Ludell.
And you know what? He didn't even last that long. That's how I knew. I was like, this is trash. I'm trash.
How you know you wasn't trash because he didn't last long?
He was a two.
I gotta end this.
It wasn't no gotta end this.
I gotta end this.
Was no gotta end this. But then like what's corny is he actually went to, after he left, he went to my cousin and pretty much told my cousin, yo man, I can't be coming here like that. Tasha, you on me like that. Trying to make it seem like I was chasing him. I was, bro, you've been doing all this for what? For what? Payback's a bitch though. He in a wheelchair now.
Stop with saying that. Wrath is real.
No, wrath is real. It's called karma when you treat good people wrong.
Right.
And that's what he pretty much tried to do.
Don't talk
because
about
I feel
him
like
in the wheelchair.
everybody in that situation looked at me like I was in the fault. And then I was like, I'm not gonna argue with this because of course my brother ended up finding out about it and he was like literally pissed. And I was like, I really don't give a fuck. I'm a grown ass woman. I can do what I want to do. But then he had the peep me game and let me know. I was like, I can get him if I want. And he's like, Tosh, no you can't. He's like, you gave him a chewy. What you get out of it? And I was like,
that's a little weird though. I don't know. Like this whole conversation, like I don't know if I could have that discussion. Like, how did his bull?
Well, his bull didn't tell
let
him.
me finish.
Go ahead.
But he said, how'd he know?
I blurted it out.
Oh, yo.
That's because he was saying he didn't want to.
That's weird.
You can't get Sean. He get tons of girls. He get bad bitches. You can't. I'm like, oh really? I had him. Trying to be all joke. I had him.
You guys are weird.
He's like, what? You did what?
My
and everybody knew about it though.
He's not gonna tell me that she gave one of my bulls a chewy.
No, he was pissed about it.
I would.
But then everybody was still trying to make me look like I was the problem.
Listen, people.
I was like, he pursued me. He came to my room when I was getting dressed for work.
Why is this even conversation going on? This is weird.
No, because he was always trying to make it seem like I can't get a good guy. I always get these lame looking dudes and this and that. And it was pissing me off. I'm like, you got a lot of nerve. You don't get bad bitches.
You gotta stop being people pleasers out here, man. Jesus.
Well, I was in my 20s, so
I know that, but we're speaking to a demographic that might be in their 20s now. And we're trying to, some things you don't have to.
But this is why they say they're life lessons you have to learn. And sometimes you gotta learn the hard way.
Yes.
In that situation, I ended up moving out because he kept coming to the house and I was feeling like it was me. Everybody wanted to make it seem like I was the thirsty one. I was pressed on him, and I was like, all right, I gotta move out. I can't be here no more because it was making me feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
And he was just not a dude to be with anyway. Like he used to be doing these chicks and stuff like that. So, like I'm not, like I didn't want to be with him. I did not want to be with him, but I did want to fuck him. I ain't gonna lie. He had a nice magic stick.
So the moral of the story is how we got here off of the chick on the second date being
Listen, I'm just
ungrateful.
telling you.
No, listen, I'm moving along, okay?
Move
I
on.
don't know how we got here about the chick being on the second date, and it came to
Why am I
taxi
saying what you
cab,
should do now?
taxi cab confessions.
Oh my God, taxi.
Tasha. I don't know how we got.
No, I'm just saying in general. Like I'm older now, I'm more wiser. So
Right.
I'm saying I'm not willing to just give you panty on a first date. No one will ever get panty from me on a first date. That's not concurrent. I'm worth more than that. You're not going to get it on the third date either.
I'm
like,
scratching my
whatever,
ear.
Al. Like at this
Scratching my
point, like
ear.
if we're not established anything, I'm not doing it. Like I feel like people need to date more and get to know each other outside of the fucking bedroom. Because let's be real, once you get what you want, you get the sample and like, yeah, I like it. Then you want it again, you get it, and then y'all motherfuckers get bored and y'all want to move on to something else. Typical. Typical man. Y'all get bored. And then y'all wonder why y'all 56 years old in my DMs and hey, how you doing, beautiful? You should have treated that lady right back in the day.
Oh my! So I got that's you think that's karma?
It was karma when you in your
Fuck
50s
outta
and 60s
here.
and you want someone to hold you at night or help you with your blood pressure medication. And
Why wouldn't you?
you want that at 50 and 60, but you was out here had so many probably good women and you fucked them over. And now you want a good woman. I can't find me a good one. And then you go to younger
Cause they ain't no good. They don't say go to a younger one. They ain't no good.
Well, I get a lot of old heads in my shit.
And they probably treated you like the queens, and you didn't want them.
I know they didn't
Because
treat
you was
me like
looking
queens.
for. You was looking
They
for a
just-
yardstick
I'm saying those-
instead of
no,
a man.
I'm saying
You
those
was looking for a yardstick instead of a man. That's
Those are
the
the ones
problem.
I'm saying that slide in my DM, but you don't live here. You have them live somewhere in another fucking state. Y'all ain't trying to fly a bitch out or come
Fly
take-
you out?
or
That's
take
some
me on a
whole
date.
shit.
I'm not trying to be a hoe. That's what I'm saying. You don't live in my city.
So what? He can't admire you because you don't live
can't
in
be.
your city.
You can admire
He can't
me,
admire
but
you
you
'cause you
can't
don't
say
live in-
and be wanting to have talk like
Why
we in a
not?
relationship, and you in Louisiana. I don't know what the fuck you doing.
Oh my god, man. I'm about to listen to some Pink Floyd. You know what I mean? Something like that, man. This is out of pocket right now.
You're out of pocket. Sir.
This is out of pocket right now. I
You're
don't
out of pocket.
understand. Anyway, listen. Relationships are very, very hard to manage today. And I think the only way to manage, people gotta be upfront. You gotta be
You gotta be
upfront.
upfront
What
with
you
that.
want in a
What
relationship,
you want and what you don't
you
want.
gotta say it. So
And
don't
you can't
waste
be
time.
yeah,
Don't waste
don't waste the
time.
fucking time.
Don't waste
Because
time.
if you sitting here saying like, hey, listen, I want a freaky bitch. I want to fuck other bitches, and
Be honest about it.
yeah, say that shit. Like, don't come fuck with a good girl that's like, not into that shit. I'm just saying in general.
Moving right along, cause
Like, if you
there's a
like-
whole lot of
if-
good
no,
girls
no.
that's portraying
No,
good
if
girls.
you like, listen, I'm a freak boy. I like to fuck outside. I like to do shit like that. You gotta let that shit be known, cause she may not be into that. You may.
But how can? Here's the thing: you might be a girl who might not be into that, right? Because you haven't been exposed to that. So you might do it one time and be like, "Yo, that was very erotic. That was
But it takes
decent."
time to get to that point.
All right, well that's my point.
But
But you
people
can't
want to
be.
do it in the rush. They want to fuck first and get to know you later. Or like you can't do that. Get to know the fucking person, because you fuck a person, then you think you know them through sex. Like we said before on our last one, a lot of people confuse love with lust.
It's a big difference.
It's a huge
See,
difference.
lust is something that's temporary pleasure.
Yes.
That's what lust is. Lust is something that's it's like a drug. Lust is something like a
Exactly.
drug where you use it and you get that temporary explosion and gratification, this, that, and the other, and then
Yeah.
it's pretty much gone. Love is something that when things get tough, things get bad, things may not go the way you want, you still say, you know what, it's worth it.
Yeah.
This battle is worth
the
it.
fight, yeah.
This fight is worth it. This discontent, whatever, is worth it. That's when you know when real love is involved. When you can face any type, and I get it. Everybody's different. Everybody doesn't have a threshold of what they can take and what they can't take. But at the same time, when there's love involved, I think love conquers all. You know what I mean? And I don't want to, take it too biblical.
Yeah.
But if you want to get real biblical about it, like the Bible says, 60 times 60, 60 times 100, or however it goes, God forgives us.
Yeah.
And that's His. They say that's His love for us, because none of us are worthy. You know what I mean? Of the great things that He has for us. So if we get past that, anything can be accomplished. But it's just the way of the world today is just so unforgiving.
Yeah.
I'll just say that, and I'm gonna leave it alone. The way of the world today is just unforgiving.
I mean, but
you do somebody wrong, that's it. You ain't
what's
shit.
the level of unforgiving? Because you have situations where people are serial cheaters in their relationship, and they expect either a woman or a man to keep forgiving them.
All
like,
right.
oh well, you love me. I'm sorry. How many times can you do the sorry card? That's the same thing if it's domestic violence. I love
Okay.
you. Yeah, I know I smack you around every now and then, but you know I love you. But that's not really love. That's not love, but some people may think that's love because maybe that's something they saw growing up, or then they feel like, well, I think I do love them, and he always makes up with it with a gift, or this, and that. Like, but that's not really love. That's somebody trying to buy your love and buy and keep you hush hush and quiet and keep you blinded, because it could be somebody out there that don't have to put their hands on you.
Right.
And I believe it's somebody out there that don't have to fucking cheat on you too.
Right.
You just have to believe in yourself to believe, like, I deserve better. I deserve better than this man slapping me around. I deserve better than this man cheating on me or this woman cheating
So let
on me.
me ask you this. So if you in a relationship with a guy,
Yeah.
I've asked you this before, but of course you're a flip flop. You don't know what answer you're gonna get. But if you in a relationship with a guy and he cheats on you,
Mm-hmm.
it's over. Now I want to see if you're gonna answer this. It's over.
Okay.
Is it over?
Did he cheated? Did I find out about it? Or did he tell me?
You found out.
I found out. I will ask him.
Ask him what?
I will ask him if he cheated.
Well, okay. He come to the conclusion he did.
Okay.
Is it over?
So he admitted it.
Yes.
Because, some, they were...
I'm just saying. Well,
Okay, so
the
he
evidence is the evidence.
Okay.
Is it over?
Yes, I feel like it should be over.
So you never loved him. That's the
But no,
pause.
that's how motherfuckers want you to think.
No.
No, that's how motherfuckers want you to think.
No. You never loved him. I'm just keeping it real with you. You never loved. You want me to explain why you never loved him? Well, this is why you never loved him, because you don't know the circumstances on why that concurred. Because in some way, shape, or form, both parties could have played a part in it. So if you say it's over and you leave walking away because of that, then you never loved him.
If I know for a fact that I've been an exceptional girlfriend, I cook.
That's the
and
problem.
It's
not about, listen, it's not about cooking and cleaning.
No, what personally is going on with you to feel like you needed some outside stuff?
Because you personally could be dedicating time to cooking, cleaning, work, and everything else. Let me finish. Because I'm trying to correct you. You could be personally dedicating more time into cooking, cleaning, your social. I'll just use your influencer and this, that, and the other. And at the end of the day, You ain't got nothing left for this man. You giving him half-ass. But you want to point the direction that it might be on him. You want to say, oh, you want to put yourself in a category that you're miss everything. And you're doing it by your hands on your hips. And you're saying that you're not taking no accountability that you might have played a part in why he seeked love somewhere else. And you want to say it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. So again, you didn't love that man.
And he didn't love me either.
I never say he didn't.
So,
I didn't say he didn't love you.
okay.
But I'm saying if you love him, then before you sit there and pull the plug, you should have a serious conversation on why. And then both parties can sit there and take accountability. Like, you know what? I never did that. I didn't do that to hurt you. Or this, that, and the other. And you might look at it and be like, you know what? I never took advantage. I never looked at it and said, you know what? I gave time to my job, being an influencer, cooking, cleaning, and doing this, that, and the other. And at the end of the day, I gave you some shitty ass affection before I went to sleep. You never took accountability in that yourself.
But that wouldn't be my situation.
No, you can't say that.
I know it wouldn't be my
oh my God.
I have not been single my whole life to sit there and ignore my partner. Like, that's just the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
That's not what I'm saying. Listen, you think that you like the queen of you think you queen bee? You think you can't get so caught up in things that you accomplish?
The thing is, you have to be able to balance. You have to be able to balance your relationship and make time for your partner. You can't sit there and neglect them 100%.
You neglect your influencers at times. They might be looking for you to go on at certain times every day, and you don't go on, and you might be neglecting them. It's not something that it's not. Oh my God.
You can argue it all you want. I'm not going to agree with that because I know what. Oh, my throat was open.
I closed it before I did.
It was open. That's why I was like.
It was. I didn't want to hear shit else you wanted to say.
I know you ain't want to hear what I
closed it.
say.
I closed
You
it.
never want to hear what I have to say.
I don't.
Because every woman is not the woman that you thinking of, L.
I'm not.
I'm not that kind of woman.
I speak
I'm gonna
to
make
men
time
all
for my
of the
man.
time. You said you're going to make time for him, right? What the point I'm trying to make is exactly what you say. You're going to make time for him. But what about the time that he wants you? You may not have the time when he wants you. It's your making. Wait, pause. Is you're squeezing him in on all the things that you got to do. But there may be times where he might want you right now. And then you're trying to, wait a minute, hold on. Let me see if I can squeeze you in. He might not want to be squeezed in. And Hoisha might have that time all the time.
Well, I'm gonna let you know, with me, I ain't got much shit going on. So it's like,
that's why you're saying the shit that you're saying right now.
But I'm not Hoisha either. So it's like, no one can call me and be like, "Can I see you?" No.
If somebody called right during the podcast.
Hello.
Yo, I need to see you.
Who is?
You know who it is. It's Dexter.
Sorry, you got the wrong number.
Okay.
Hello?
What's up?
What's up? Who is?
Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy who?
You know who the fuck it is. It's Uncle Daddy.
Who? I'm sorry. I don't know nobody that has this new number, so.
Well, how did I get this number?
I don't know you. Whoever bitch had it before me.
No. It was in the bathroom.
No dudes called my phone.
It was written on the bathroom wall at the job.
At the bar?
At the job.
Sorry, I'm not open for business.
Alright, so take this number down.
I'm good. Actually, the bus driver got my ass on my number the other day.
So why didn't you take it?
Now this is the weird thing.
He was handicapped, probably.
No, he wasn't handicapped.
He's a big guy.
That wasn't even the issue. I don't know if he was straight or gay because he was very kind of flamboyant.
Well.
And that's because when I was running to the bus and he actually stopped and he's like, "I saw you running, girl." So when you see someone talking like that, you don't want to assume, But that was already in my mind. Like, he was very loud.
You were alpha anyway, so
So then,
you need a guy
when I
like that
got
you
to
can
the
dominate. You need
No,
a guy
no, I
like that
don't.
you can
So
dominate.
then, when I get to the bus stop, he pulls his phone out and like he's talking. I had my headphones. I was like, what did he give me his phone for? So I was like, all right, I wouldn't mind having a gay bestie. So I gave him my old phone number. I didn't give him my new one, but I gave him my old phone number. But it was weird. Oh, you're beautiful, and then I'm like, So,
Well, what do you want to do? You want to end this in next episode? What the fuck you looking at me like that for?
you gonna say it while we were still recording?
Huh?
You gonna say it while we still
You damn
recording?
right.
Sure, why not? This was our 95th. We was gonna stop here because we are gonna be going bye bye for
Right.
a while.
We going for a while.
For a while, I got some things to get in order, and so do him.
So do him.
So do him.
You
He
want
got
to speak
stuff
properly. I've trained
So
you
do
better than
he.
that. Okay, I trained you better than
to.
that.
You ain't
But
trained me
anyway,
at all or nothing. Okay.
don't make me.
But it's been a pleasure seeing you guys, and I hope you guys have whatever day this is gonna be put up. I'm gonna say Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah,
So.
it's not that long.
Anyway, like, share,
Subscribe,
follow,
comment, check out the merch.
check out the merch. Have a fantastic day. And you might see another episode by the end of the week, which will discuss the best of
Yeah.
some of our favorite episodes.
Our favorite episode.
So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
And always remember, I love you, even if you don't love me.
Peace out.
Thank you for not doing that arm thing, because if I could only reach this motherfucker to stop
He
it.
hates it. I don't know what.